Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels to short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. Look at you. Are you
Yeah.
still on a cruise?
I am still on a cruise. We are actually, today is our last full day. For those that may have missed it last week, I am sailing with Cunard. I am on the Queen Elizabeth. I've been sailing all throughout Alaska, 10 days. Later today, we'll be pulling into Victoria, British Columbia. And then tomorrow, we'll be back in Seattle. I'll fly home and fly on to my next destination.
Oh my gosh. So have you been in the same room for all 10 days?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe they're moving you to check out different styles of rooms.
No, I wish. I wish I could play room roulette, but no, this is my room for the entire time. I mean, I have the first day that I was here, I got to check out one of their grill suites, which was really nice to see. Very spacious, has a dining room table, its own kitchenette.
Wow.
So that was fantastic. But yeah, well, and I'm actually towards the front of the boat. So a couple days ago, when we were doing scenic cruising, we were in Glacier Bay National Park. We were also in Endicott Arm, as well, for those that are familiar with the fjords up here. And I'm literally 2 doors away from the front of the ship. So I got to go out and go right on the bow, and I could run from my room to the front,
That's so
within 10 seconds. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Viewers and listeners, if you're not following Sarah on Instagram, get on Ask a Concierge is her handle. Yeah. She's posting some really cool stuff every single day of that trip. It's been awesome.
Lots of stuff. Yeah, I'll have done 17 days on a cruise ship in
a month,
less than 4 weeks.
So how are you feeling on doing that? Because there's some of these people we talk, there was that 94-day cruise and these really ultra long ones. Are you, I'm not going to say, are you over it, but are you ready to get back home?
Well, I will say this, because it would be different if I was just on vacation. If I was just on vacation, it would be perfect. It'd be great. Everything's at your fingertips. It's fun. There's so many activities. But because I'm still trying to keep up with work at home, sometimes I'm like, oh, it would just be so much easier if I was elsewhere. I have to make phone calls, figure out the time zone, all of that. So it's challenging when you're trying to work the whole time. It's super easy. So
yeah, that's why I love cruising. I got to get on one. It's been a while since I've been on one. We'll say good morning to Lou. Hello from steamy Charleston, South Carolina. Ooh. And for all of our viewers out there, we always love knowing where you're watching from. Let us know. Put your city or where you're at today. Or if you're on a cruise, let us know what cruise you're on too. We'd love to see if you're on the high side.
How are things going in Miami? What's going on there? We didn't get to chat before, by the way. So
no, we're having our coffee talk. Miami, there's a lot going on. There's a giant wildfire in the Everglades going on right now, 1,600 acres burning. So if you walk outside, you're covered in smoke everywhere today.
Oh, no.
So that just happened this morning. Everyone's back to school as of last week. So my kids are back in school. It's a Thursday. So the traffic is back here. But some fun and exciting things for my project called Baya. For those that don't know, we're building a tropical luxury resort on a tropical fruit farm here just south of Miami. And we got our land lease signed, 99 years land lease signed. So big news, huge step. And now everything's in full motion. We got a great team behind us. And so just very exciting what we're going to be building here. So if you're interested, hit me up on LinkedIn and I'll send you some of the images. You can also see some of the things we posted there. So really exciting.
So exciting. Congrats on that. That's huge.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a huge hurdle. Now there's gonna be 100 other hurdles, but that was probably one of the highest ones so far. We had to jump.
It's the year of hurdles, but what can we say?
A lot of hurdles.
A lot of hurdles.
We were talking backstage. We all got a lot of hurdles to jump over. Professional, personal, all fun things.
Yeah, well, I'm excited because I probably in about a month or so, I will actually be in Miami. So we'll have to catch up in person. Maybe. Well, I don't know if it overlaps with being a Wednesday, but.
Well, I found out what hotel you're staying at. The GM let me know. Yeah. So listeners, Sarah Dandashy is a big time VIP. And they're like, Steve,
Stop
I
it.
have your co-host. What is she like? What are her personal likes? I was like, oh,
Stop it. He did. Are you like, I have no
I promise you that they asked me.
what, who was it? Somebody asked me yesterday. They're like, "Do you have a rider?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not.
They
No."
are nervous for your arrival. It was so funny.
What?
Mm-hmm.
They are not nervous for my arrival, are they?
But they were like, "What can we get her? We want to wow her." I was like, "Okay, let me figure out." And then I started like, I don't know a lot of your favorite stuff, so we're gonna have to find out. Favorite food, real quick.
Fruit.
Fruit is your favorite food, but what kind of fruit?
Yeah.
Mango, apple.
Like, yeah, mango, apple, more tropical fruits. I think I really like that.
All right, listeners, I want you to submit your questions. What do we want to know about Sarah and her favorites?
I will say this. I'm not a big drinker, so normally I just say, like, don't bother giving me a bottle of champagne or anything. Actually, they gave me a bottle here, and we made friends with a couple that's here celebrating their honeymoon. So I ended up giving them my bottle of champagne.
Always on the go. Always the concierge at heart. Look at you.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't like it when people waste their alcohol on me. So fruit,
cheeses.
That sounds good. I mean, more than just fruit, but like, I don't know.
We're gonna get you a nice little fruit plate. You don't do charcuterie. You're not eating like any of those.
Not charcuterie, but I do love cheese. So
cheese with a little honeycomb on there.
Yeah.
Dip it in.
Yeah. That's my jam.
I don't work there, but I'll give them some strong suggestions. All right. Enough coffee talk here.
I got highly personal.
No, we like it.
Not really.
Get these questions in here. They say they should provide you a free spa package from one of the LinkedIn users. And Paul Manzi. Oh, okay. Thank you for the shout out, Paul. Appreciate it. Was that my mom? I don't know. And then we got Christelle. Good morning on this beautiful day. And Christelle, thank you for the message. Morning. I just wrote you back on LinkedIn. I get backed up. Do you get backed up on your LinkedIn messages, Sarah? I get so many. Sometimes it's hard to go through all of them. So Christelle, sorry about that.
Not only LinkedIn messages, but LinkedIn messages. Then there's Instagram messages. Then I have, because I have 2 Instagrams. Then people send me on my personal page, which I'm like, this is my personal page. No business questions on my personal page. Then people send stuff on Facebook Messenger. Then I get random emails. I'm like, how'd you get in my inbox? So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I randomly counted. It was over 500 messages the other day. Not to like a wow. Like I'm very grateful to have all the opportunities to get all these messages, but it was like from all the channels: Slack, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, social media stuff, email, text messages. I'm like, oh my god, got to get some help out here.
I feel bad because like then people are like, oh, I'd love to chat about this or that, and I'm like, I can't just like chat, and I actually feel very bad about the concierge in me is like, oh, I want to help, but I'm like, if I helped all day, every day, it's tough.
It's tough. Well, maybe we could meet them all at the Soho house. You see that transition? Ooh. Oh my gosh, professional.
That was smooth.
I'll let you kick it off, Sarah. What's going on over at Soho House?
Well, so Soho House, our dear friends over there, they are going to be going private in a $2.7 billion deal led by MCR Hotels. This is interesting. I mean, obviously going private, I mean, they're going to have sort of freedom from shareholder pressure. Definitely leads to longer term brand focus. But what are your thoughts on this? I have thoughts on Soho House, but keep going.
Well, we have Soho House here in Miami Beach, and you know, it's been interesting because I know some leaders there, so I don't want to talk bad about it. But here's what it is that they have never really made money as a company, right? And so they've raised a lot of investor money. They've expanded the brand. People know the brand, but really they're not financially successful in a lot of the places that they operate. And so when you have a public company and your share prices keep dropping because you can't show good performance, but you know, you're showing maybe certain areas that you're hitting certain metrics, you want to take it private, and this company sees that there's going to be value in taking it private and not having that pressure every single quarter to make the reporting. And then you can really work on like the cool experiences and the artsy thing. And I'm going to hire this person and I'm going to fire this person. And this is what I want the vibe to be look like, because you have to operate very differently when you're a publicly traded company versus a privately held one. And so I really want to cheer them on because they really kicked off that cool, you know, private membership club style that has really been taken on by so many people. And I see it because, you know, I had to do a big study of all of the private membership clubs here in Miami Beach, and I'm actually helping build one. And what we're seeing is people want to get out of Soho House because it's overcrowded. They can never get in, you know, because they had to have so many memberships. And so now they're like, well, how many memberships are you going to have? Well, we're going to cap it here because we have a big hotel to be able to make money off of, but we also want to have a good experience for the members too. So it's interesting. But I see Holly jumping in. Holly, nice to see you on the show. She's saying, for me, it's been some time. They needed a shakeup. And indeed, they are not a profit-driven business. And so many don't know this. Well, Holly, thank you for letting us know and watching today.
No, yeah, definitely. Thank you, Holly. And agree. They definitely needed to shake up for a while. Two things. First of all, for you, Steve, you should check out the Pendry Hotel in Newport Beach. They have they've got a members club there. Really interesting how they're doing it. So you should put that on your radar.
Watch it.
And yeah, no, you should totally take a look. But yeah, going back to Soho House. Hey, look, here's the thing that I find tricky. You know, there's a part of the business model is a coolness factor, and obviously exclusivity. So exclusivity, they have to cap it at a certain point. But then the whole point of Soho House is they didn't want the membership to be so high. So it's not like they're charging an arm and a leg so then they can cap it. It's a really challenging thing. I know that the one in Los Angeles, West Hollywood, not too far away from me, for a long time, it was like a 2-year wait. And last I heard, somebody was like, oh, you should totally apply. You'll get accepted right away. They need more women. And it's not as full as what it used to be. So, but then I'm like, oh, okay. You know.
Yeah, I think that with the rise of membership clubs, it really has shown like you have so many other options now. Right. And you may find a place that's more artistic and like that kind of community driven. And then there's others that are business driven. And then there's others that's like, hey, I just want a beach access. Right. And so they're all different kinds of places. But I agree with you. They were really the leaders that made it cool. Right. I remember hearing about it from way back. Like, I think they hit up like really big when it was like way back. I don't know if you ever like, I don't know why I know this, but I know a lot about many things in hospitality. It was on Sex and the City back in the 90s. And that's when where they couldn't get in on the show. Right. And so cool thing. You see that?
What's fascinating.
You surprised all
like,
today.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm surprised. But even, looking at different cities like New York or London, where there's so many members club, like I wouldn't even know what to begin to choose, like I would want, I don't know. It's interesting. I find the members club model fascinating because like I would then want to have like 5 different memberships but I would not want to pay for 5 different memberships. Yes. So
I think for you, it's like, and for viewers out there, what are you looking for in that? Like for me, I want to have, like, if I'm looking for a membership, it's the brand of that, whether it's a hotel or membership club, what does that brand stand for? Do I want it to be my home base during the day? Because a lot of people turn it into their office where they're hosting meetings, they go to the gym, they have, their pool or whatever it is, and they have a whole experience for the whole day. Plus they get discounts at restaurants if they're there. So it's really interesting to see, like, what do you envision your day-to-day being like as an extension of your life when you pick one of those clubs, if you use it heavily?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, we have a club in LA called Heimat, and they've got a fantastic gym. They've got a restaurant, a pool area, and of course, a beautiful workspace. And yeah, so I mean, it's like for them, they were kind of like competing with, oh my gosh, what was the I used to have the membership to it. Where you would work. No, where you would work, not Spaces.
WeWork.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I could not think of WeWork, which is crazy, and that's a whole other story. But yeah, I mean, they were kind of like competing with that, but then they were more expensive and offering slightly more things. So
you have Lifetime Fitness in your area yet?
Oh,
this is big here now. There's several of them, and it's basically like a country club. But it's giant gym, pool areas, restaurants, cafe, everything in one. And so everyone's hanging out at these places. Lifetime, yeah. And they're building community too. So it's really interesting to see.
I think that those are actually going to be. I feel like they are opening up, and they haven't yet, or maybe they have, but it's just not in my area in Los Angeles. But that's a great point. We're going to be seeing a lot more that are also encompassing and including fitness. Into their
Equinox opening several like that now, so it's all popping up. There's so much competition now, but a lot of good
vibe here. It's a vibe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. So
stickers in the back. So Lifetime is huge in Colorado. So
oh my gosh.
Big
Yeah, sorry.
things. Christelle from
It's
Palm
crazy.
Beach today. Say hello to my friends at the Colony Hotel if you see them.
Hey. All right. Why don't we kind of our next two topics kind of go together?
I like this one.
Yeah. So we had to talk about this, which is just oh goodness. This influencer ends up going viral because they were trusting Chat GPT for visa advice, and then she ends up recording her reaction and sharing it on TikTok, and that's where she ended up going viral on. But like, are we still of the age that people aren't double checking the work of Chat GPT or any AI generated information?
Well, here's what I laugh. So when we say visa advice, not the credit card, all right? Traveling for visa. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
clarify.
correct.
But here's what I would say. That's not ChatGPT's fault. That's your prompt engineering skills failing you. I would like to see what she typed in. Do I need a visa to go to Puerto Rico? Because she was going to Puerto Rico. She's from Spain. Asked if she needed a visa, and they said no, which you
Did she
don't.
say where she's from?
But you need
Yeah.
to put in do I need anything else to get into the country of Puerto Rico? Was how you should finish that prompt, and it would have said yes, you need to fill out the application online to get in for your trip. So instead, she didn't do that. Got the one answer and ended up not being able to make her wonderful trip that she was very excited about. So feel bad for her. But yes, you got to double check, do a little extra work if you can, but use the deep research function on ChatGPT. So I don't blame ChatGPT. It's as good as what you put into it.
Correct. I also don't feel bad for her. Like, do proper research. I'm sorry. Like, I don't. Like, what do you, first of all, seriously,
Yes.
not only did she do that, but then she recorded herself like crying and then shared that on social media. That's a whole other thing. As somebody that shares a lot on social media, that's like another level
Yes.
that is so bizarre to me that younger generations of, dare I say, like influencers, the the stuff that people share is fascinating. And I don't know that I could like freak out, cry, record myself and post it, but it
This is a
got
good idea.
views. So,
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's what she'll be remembered for. We're talking about her here today. We didn't
oh,
name her though.
yeah, that's right. Well, I don't even know her name. I don't need to know. All right, but speaking of TikTok, now this is interesting. I had to do a deeper dive into this because this is actually a concept that I've been looking into for quite some time. But TikTok has just launched TikTok Go affiliates for hotels. So a lot of people have been like, great, cool. In the hospitality space, we love working with influencers, but like, how do we know the exact ROI? And sometimes it's like, well, it's more of a marketing play than it is a sales play. But there are sales that come out of it, and so basically, for those that don't know, just kind of like how you're able to shop and do all that stuff, you will when influencers post about certain locations, destinations, hotels, um, viewers are able to go and book that property from watching whatever they've shared, and they will make a little bit of a commission for it, get a kickback. Um, I have been trying to. I've been very curious as far as like how this. I knew that this was the future of where things were going as far as in that tech space, but I was very curious as far as where they would be getting their inventory. And so they are actually booking it through booking.com. I had to do a little bit of a deeper dive because I'm like, how are you able to do this? And so they're actually based on, white labeling through booking.com, which I thought was, and they don't have a specific set amount for their commission as well. Wow, I was digging deep.
You want really
What are your
deep in that?
thoughts?
Well, I think we talked about this last week a little bit, like going live, and it would be so cool if we could sell stuff live while we're on the show. And this is
Yeah.
basically
Oh, sure.
a way to do it, whether
A
it was
version of it.
Whatnot that we
Yeah.
talked about, and now TikTok Go has it. What I think will be interesting is, there's a lot of companies that really are high on being able to book directly through social media, right? And so like they have influencers that come, but they're saying like, we don't need booking.com and we don't need all these other channels. People see us on Instagram, they come right to our website and they book directly. They're getting in the game now. They want a piece of that money. So now TikTok is going to get a piece of that money through booking, right? They're going to get some commission for helping facilitate this interaction. So they're going to get revenue coming through. And so now it's just another way to have an OTA, right? And so you're building in all this content like that you and I do, right? Like I just think in mine, I was just doing it for fun, but now it's like, oh, I see how many views that Ritz-Carlton hotel video got. Now I might be able to get some credit for putting that video together and doing things. right? So it's going to become another OTA. And Paul Manzi, who knows all about this, attribution for influencer marketing is a nightmare. Finding the right influencer with the right audience is the key to success. Well, you always hire Sarah, and then you don't have to worry about it.
No, but ha ha ha, that's cute.
That's
No,
true.
but when it comes to
You do a great job. You're professional.
I appreciate it, but I think it's, I don't know. Again, I just go back to the fact that it's like you have to look at it more of a marketing play, and you're hiring people, and are they creating content that is along the lines as of your brand? You know, it's like if you're more family focused and this, like, are you going to hire somebody that's posting all like single girl bikini model shots drinking with her friends? You know, that's not your demographic. So yes, she might have like 1.5 million followers, or he or whatever, but it's like you can't be surprised. You have to, I mean, people have to do a little bit more due diligence, and also high numbers don't always equal high conversion. Or do you have a good product? Like there's that too.
Some people just got in early in the game and they still have their followers, right? And
yeah.
But totally. What I'm excited to see is this is going to happen if this works, which it should, right? Because you see people selling all different kinds of stuff on TikTok. You're going to see them start selling this as the experience, and Instagram will get behind it. It will continue on to all the other channels. So very soon, I see that if you are an establishment or a hotel, you're going to be paying commissions for your social media bookings as well, I think pretty soon. So you can clip that. That's my prediction for the future, Will, when we do our prediction shows.
I like it. I agree. I totally agree. We've been sitting on this for quite some time. So it just makes sense. So
yes.
Okay.
Well, you gotta fly to these hotels. Yeah, you got to fly to these hotels, right? So how are they going to get there, Sarah? Oh, look at that transition again.
Wow, these transitions are so smooth. I don't even know. I'm just
on my game today. On my game.
You are. I don't know. We might have to call you like Smooth Steve or something.
Listen, I've been taking some extra creatine because I heard it's good for the brain. So maybe that's what it is.
Ooh, okay, cool. We can talk about that in another show. All right, let's talk about this. Okay, so Spirit. So yeah, for those that have been following Spirit Airlines, I'm sorry that you have been, but hey, they might be going away. Things are first. I know like a lot of people like to hate on Spirit, but it's actually they have, there's value, there's use for them in the airline ecosystem. You know, right now, I mean, they're in big trouble and their future is not looking bright. But by having them as an option, some are arguing that they're keeping airfares, airline prices competitive. So if Spirit Airlines goes by the wayside, fares could jump significantly.
Yeah, well, look, they've been struggling for a while. They've been struggling for a long time. We've reported on them a couple of times now where they've been struggling. And I think they were like finally, I don't remember if we had that story on them finally for bankruptcy, but they were almost there. And then JetBlue came in to rescue them. And then the government said, no, you can't merge. And so since that merger now, it doesn't look like Spirit will make it unless something really significantly changes. But it's really, you know, what did you say here? Paul, really upgrading the transition game now that Skip's on board. I had to take classes, Paul. They had to teach me how to transition between stories. So it was like a full orientation day, Sarah and I were a week.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so it was with Spirit. Look, it's big here in South Florida. It's a heavy presence here in South Florida, especially Fort Lauderdale and Miami. But they don't have a good rep. And you see all the stuff that comes out on social media, people fighting and people screaming, and you know, it's just not great. So good luck to Spirit. I hate to see anyone lose their jobs and things close down, but I'm wishing you all the best.
Good luck. Well, speaking of Spirit, I want to just quickly touch on another airline before we like kind of wrap up this stuff, because we want to be mindful of time. Fresh off the press, fresh off the press. Alaska Airlines has, I know, right? Wow, I got to work on my transitions. Alaska Airlines has selected Starlink. So they are going to ultimately have the fastest Wi-Fi in the sky. Awesome. So this is huge news. I don't know about you, but I get on internet wherever I go. I'm always like, where's the internet? Where's the internet? Yeah. So this is huge news for Alaska Airlines.
I love it because every time I get on a plane, I do pay, not every time, but most of the time, I pay for the Wi-Fi and then I can't do anything. I can't like
Yeah,
actually function. Like I know that's first world problems complaining, but like if I pay for it $20 some, I really want to get some basic work done. Sometimes it's very hard to do if it's web based. So I'm excited for Elon Musk's Starlink to be shooting down beams to the planes and keeping us all connected.
totally.
You
I
see,
know. That's really cool. The big news, big news. Okay, I want to be mindful of time. Do we quickly touch on our
I like this
Google
one.
flights here?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. We'll quickly, we'll just do a quick one. You
go,
can talk.
go. All right. So Google Ads is now doing AI powered flight deals to Google Flights. And so what that means is now instead of having to like go looking for like Miami to New York, you can say, I want to go from Miami to a place that has great food in a big city that is only a 2-hour flight and costs this. And that's your prompt. And then it will find you a bunch of different options for what you're looking for. So again, AI coming in, trying to customize things for you. You got to prompt it the right way. So I don't know about you, but I love this because I hate having to like look for the connecting flight and this flight and where am I going and how to get here and there. But you travel so much, like you actually book entire trips on layovers and go see 2 world wonders in a trip because you have found a layover. So, you know,
Sometimes it all comes down to brand loyalty. That is my driving factor. But but yes, I love this. This is definitely going to be a huge shift and change. For consumers. I think it's going to really change the direct because again, it's more like conversational. Like, what are you looking for? Yeah, this is huge. So I'm glad that we talked about it.
Yeah, I like this one. So keep pushing that AI.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Real time recap. All right, what's happening out there in the streets of hospitality? Go. What have you seen?
What have I seen in the streets of hospitality?
Clearly, I did not go to the school of transitions, by the way.
No. All right, I'm going to give you one completely different of bringing hospitality out onto the streets myself. Okay. And this is, again, we talk about this using hospitality standards out there. I was at a gas station. It was pretty late in the evening. A woman, slightly sketchy, comes up to me. She's like, hey, do you have a pump, an air pump? My tire is flat. Okay. I was like, oh, there's a pump right there. You just swipe your card and you can pump up your air. It's like, I don't have a credit card and I'm stuck here. I was like, you know what? I'm going to help you. And I swiped the card for her, gave her the air, and she was so grateful and thankful that I helped her. And I thought, you know what? I put some good karma waves out there. Hopefully she'll do it to somebody else. So I'm going to talk about that kind of hospitality, helping people out on the streets.
I love that. Kind of piggybacking off of that. So, I'm on this cruise ship. I'm working in the sense that I'm working kind of like for their marketing team, but the number of people that have come up and asked me like, oh, how do I get over here? And how do I get here? Whatever they're asking. And I was like, oh, I don't actually work for the cruise line, but it's this reminder of, I don't know if you've noticed this, people stop me on the street and ask me for directions all the time. I feel like when you've worked in hospitality and you have that je ne sais quoi, that people, I know, we just got international on here, where people will come up to you and they're looking to you for advice and things like that. So I think that once you have that spirit of hospitality, you carry it with you, and people will always ask you for help and guidance, even when you may not know anything. So yeah.
Have you ever jumped in before? Have you ever jumped in when someone's yelling at a person in customer service? Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't seen no, because not a lot of that has happened in front of me. Not yelling. No.
It happened to me at a Pottery Barn Kids of all things. Some lady was screaming at the lady at the cash register for a while, and no one was jumping in. I jumped in as if I was a manager. It's like, hey, you don't need to be screaming. Let's come over here. You're screaming in front of everybody. She's trying to help you. Let's come over here and try to defuse this. And she was like,
oh my gosh. Now we have Superman Steve. Okay, we got
that happened 2 weeks ago. I was like, all right, it annoys me when people are yelling at customer service, like front desk people, like they're doing their best, right? Like, don't do that.
That's not good. That's not good. Okay, our quick hospitality quote, because I know here. I'm going to say this one. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney, 100%. I feel like you post about this a lot. I mean, this is
just start doing something, right? Like you got me excited to write a book. Start with one sentence, right? You start with one sentence, you get going, you have a project idea, set a date for the first meeting, whatever it is, just get started, because you never know where where that road will take you.
So true. So true. No analysis paralysis. Just do. So there you have it, guys. I know we kind of have to wrap up our show on this end, but this was good.
Great show. Live on the cruise.
Fantastic transitions. I mean,
Best transitions.
keeping us
I'm
coming
getting
back for
better.
more. Smooth like butter.
Well, we stuck right to our 30 minutes today, everyone. We can't go long, but if you would like this, make sure to share it with one of your friends. And until next week, stay hospitable.
Stay hospitable.